Hey everyone!
everyone! Welcome to Rooted Conversations. Rooted in truth, open in conversation.
Honest conversation and real life experience help you feel seen, encouraged, and grounded.
Let's dive into this week's episode.
I'm Victoria.
I'm Karen.
And I'm Carlos.
Today's episode is really special because for the very first time, our entire Rooted Conversations team is together around a table. But normally, we're introducing you to incredible guests and hearing their stories. But this episode, we wanted to do something a little different.
We thought before we continue growing this podcast, it's very important for everyone to know the hearts behind the microphones.
But this isn't just a me at the team episode. Today, we're talking about what it means to be rooted to make a difference, because every one of us believes God has called ordinary people to make an extraordinary impact, not through perfection, but through love, kindness, and simple being available.
So before we jump into today's conversation, let's do our weekly check-in. So how's everyone's week?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Not too bad.
What you been up to, Carlos?
Just using the, work.
Yeah.
And that's about it, honestly.
We got a few new songs coming out.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yay!
Yeah,
We love them.
I love it.
We love them.
I love it.
Yeah. And you're starting your new job.
Yeah, starting Monday.
Yeah,
Nice.
which is exciting.
Can't wait for it.
He's moving up in the world. He got a raise and he's like, I'm out.
Yep, I'm out of here. Bye. Sorry. But honestly, I will miss the people there. But,
Yeah. They seem like really good people to work with.
They are.
Very genuine.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Karen?
That's good. Just catching up at the house with chores, and because this weekend I definitely spent it with the loved ones and the kiddos, and I kind of forgot a little bit about chores. So today I was like, okay, I gotta get back on it, because if my space is not clean, then it's hard for me to think clearly.
I totally can relate to that. I feel like if anything's not put up in a place or where it goes, I'm so OCD. I'm like, my mind's not straight.
Right.
Like if it's not put up or where I know it's gonna be, like everything's a mess. So I totally can relate to that.
Yeah.
And then trying to recuperate from Miami with
Still trying to recuperate from that.
Carlos was like, in the arms of
I was
an
an angel. I was over there just at the window just looking like, when you gonna come back? When you gonna come back? Please.
It was funny. But it took, that took some recuperating. But it was so much fun. I was looking back at our videos yesterday when I posted it, I was like, man,
I love that.
That was such a great time.
Yeah.
Came back with some really good memories.
Yes, for
I'm
sure.
glad y'all have a great time.
Yeah. Hey, next time we're going to do a whole group trip. I think that should be fun. The food was great, man.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
I ain't come back.
Come back.
Yeah.
I gotta come back. They'll drag me back. They'll drag me back. Well, for me, like this week has been really crazy getting back, into the swing of things. My health hasn't been great, but other than that, it's been pretty good. I can't complain. Kids start back school tomorrow, so I'm trying to get everything.
Yes.
Yeah, you understand what I mean.
For sure.
I'm trying to get everything like straightened up, taken care of, and all
Final
that.
buys.
Yes. Final buys. And just like trying to get everything like intact and like together, companies thriving, working on some KPIs and stuff with them, and then working on the nonprofit that the three of us are on, we're getting that started. So that's been a lot. And then the podcast is picking up crazy. And so like it's been a great but eventful week.
Right.
Got to spend it with someone special as well, so that was nice. And church was good, singing was good. So man, that sermon hit hard.
Yeah, that hit really hard.
It hit really hard. I was like, ooh, okay. Pastor is preaching. Jesus was telling my business. But I do love hearing everyone's answers, because they really remind me, honestly, that making a difference usually isn't like something huge, because like we're all going through something. Like we're all like in this podcast together, but it's crazy. Like we all have different lives and we're all like going through something different. So like someone's checking in and like someone can be praying for you, you know, and someone can be believing in you. You know, sometimes someone is choosing kindness, and that's exactly what we kind of wanted today's conversations to be about in this topic. Like every person has an influence. Every person leaves an impact. The question is like what kind of impact are we leaving, right?
Right.
Before
Correct.
we talk about like making a difference, we thought it would be really beneficial to our listeners and to introduce ourselves and basically just share why all of us kind of said yes to this podcast and our mission. So I'll start. So I'll break the ice.
Yay.
Yay! Right? Yay! There we go. I'll break the ice.
Thank
So I'm Victoria. You know, I'm the owner, co-founder, co-host, and host as well to Rooted Conversations. I'm first a mother, you know, daughter, best friends to these two right here sitting beside me. I serve as one of the top management and leadership in my company.
Nice.
I wear so many hats in my career. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. I'm always traveling. I'm always going somewhere, always meeting new people. You know, I'm trying to leave things better than where I found it. Also serve on the worship team. You know, I'm a vocalist. I help support and volunteer with the development band, along with writing so many songs that are in the works. Me and Carlos have been really working on them. But you know, and me and Karen wrote a song together.
Yes.
Did we not?
Yes.
And it was great. You
Nice.
know, I am the author of Becoming Her Cost Me Everything, which is coming out in December.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice,
And so I'm so excited. I am also a mentor to a nonprofit called Rest with Dignity. I'm working along my fellow team here. Me and Karen have had the privilege and honor to be on the board that is in the works, and Carlos is coming along beside us. In communications. So that's something that we're really passionate about because we really want people to expand. Um, what I would say, what made Crude Conversations a podcast was literally in the snowstorm back in January. So I was going through a really tough season. You know, you two both are very aware of that season, and so I've always been a big believer in leaving things better than where I found it. And you know, Courtney and I sat here in this room actually, and it was snowing, and we had the opportunity and was asked to do a podcast, and we were like, oh yeah, we would totally do a podcast together. Like it was great. You know, we had the inspiration, and we wanted someone to take our how do I say it, like our experiences and learn from them because we always talk about like it's so important for us to share each other's experiences and like someone can learn from it, right? And so whenever we started this, we were like, okay, so how can we teach but also not teach and be like a conversation? You know, a lot of things are like pre-programmed already. We wanted it to be like really authentic. We wanted to have like real conversations. We didn't want them edited. We didn't want them cut. We wanted it like raw and real because people can relate to that. And if someone can benefit for like our story, just one, then we felt like we did what we needed to do that God called us. You know, this isn't like a religious podcast. This isn't like we're beating your head over the bush. We're telling you like our experiences to help other people. And if that can help somebody move forward in life, that's all we want. We want to be a light. We want to let you know that you can do it and that you can become who God's called you to be and be the better version of yourself and find your purpose. And so that's what we really wanted Rooted Conversations to be. We didn't expect it to be at what 28 episodes.
Almost
You
30 over
know,
here. Wow.
yeah, I know we're almost in 30s, and so and we've had the greatest people come on and share their stories, like Karen here and Carlos here, and our friends Deanna and Donna and all of them, and so like it's been really great hearing everybody's background, their stories, and how they have become better because of them. So, but Karen, you're one of our newest team members. I've been on several episodes already, which we're so grateful for and blessed. We really love your caring heart and your inspiration and wanting to be a light is really truly inspiring, and that's something I've always really cherished in our friendship. You're always caring, you're always willing to go the extra mile and give. But I want everyone to know a little bit about you. So why don't you go ahead and tell us about you? Even though
Sure.
I know everything already.
Absolutely. Well, a little bit of background of me, who I am. I am a Mexican American Latino woman.
Hey, yeah, you are.
There you go.
Yes,
Yes, you
we have
are.
some spice in here as well.
We love that.
Yes. I am mother of one and sister of two. So, but I'm more like a sister mom to those siblings. Unfortunately, our mom passed away 5 years ago. I was 25 when that happened.
Great woman.
Thank you. I really
She's a
appreciate
great
that.
woman. Yeah.
And yeah, she definitely, she's my queen. And my younger brothers, when my mom passed away, Derek was 7 and Tony was 13. So it's been a journey, and it's been something that we've had to learn to live with. Christ has definitely been the rock for each one of us. I do not know where I would be without him.
Amen.
Honestly. And but yeah, that's what the biggest thing about my background. And leadership, well, I do I'm in real estate. I've been in this career for 3 years. I went to UNC Asheville, had my bachelor's degree in mass communication with a focus in journalism.
Awesome.
And I did a lot of work and volunteer work for a nonprofit organization with community reporters called JM Pro.
Yep.
TV, and I just received a phone call, and I haven't shared this with you guys, but surprise, surprise. Yes, but I'm also going to be a part of the board for JM Pro TV. Thank God.
Awesome.
Yes, and I'm very blessed for this opportunity.
Right.
We love that.
Yes,
Congratulations. We gotta go celebrate.
Yeah, we will.
We will celebrate.
I mean, it's just a connection. It's about the blessing that God has given us, and what He has brought us to this world, to this earth, is to share His love, spread His love and His word through our through just words of motivation, through act of good, and many things that we need to share, because we are together in this. We're not alone. And this is one of the reasons why we've also created Rooted Conversations, and why I'm doing this, why I've accepted this blessing to be a part of this group, to be a part of this podcast. Because we all have to share our testimony and the way God has worked in our lives, and all the blessings and miracles that He's done, and how He's strengthened us through the most difficult moments of our lives.
You're exactly right. You're so exactly right. And I feel like that's how any of us can move through, is how we share, right? We could literally help somebody by sharing our story. You don't know what someone's going through. Like, for example, like, I know you don't mind me sharing this, but when I was going through my divorce season and I was having a really rough time, you already went through it and you already knew, and you were one of the people who have already experienced it. And I didn't know what I was doing, right? Like, I felt like I was just in the pits. And like, you're one of the people who literally like picked me up and carried me through that season. And so we don't really know like why we go through these things. But now, like, because of you and what you did for me and several others who have done that as well, who have been in our position, now I can help somebody else who is going through a divorce, and who has gone through a divorce, or who has had loss, in their life, and heartbreak, and just like not heartbreak either. Like, that's hard right there, right? But like, I would think like like death in a family, like job
Yes.
loss,
Mhm.
unexpectedly, kid, health
Mhm.
problem and trauma, financial
Yeah.
situation. Like I can really look at it now and and that's the blessing. So like your blessing became a blessing for me, and now it can go to someone else. And I think that's the
Right.
reason like we've like I know like me and you are like so solid at helping people because we want the best for them.
Mhm.
Yes.
Truly.
Amen. Absolutely.
So I can totally relate to that.
Mm.
So Carlos,
Yes.
your heart for people is one of the reasons why like you're sitting right here today. Like you really care about people,
Yeah.
you love customer service, you love getting to know somebody, you love creativity.
Right.
So like tell everyone a little bit about yourself, man.
Oh, all right. Well, hopefully I don't make it as long or like an essay, but well, I'll make it short and sweet for y'all. But well, I'm half Salvadoreño and half American.
Okay,
So,
Salvadorian.
yeah,
Yeah.
getting some good.
Love me some pupusa.
Pupusa,
Hey!
there you go. She knows what I'm talking about.
Hey!
Kevin knows what I'm talking
Yes.
about. I do activities like I play soccer,
Yeah.
I go on the hike,
Okay.
I go for
Yes.
walks and stuff
Yeah,
like
being
that.
in nature.
Yeah.
Same,
And yes,
same.
I work at a baker.
Okay.
Baker?
Bakery, yeah, I'm a
Ooh.
bakery time, just doing some sweet stuff, like
Yeah.
breads or
Whoever
pies,
marries these gonna
cookies, etc., etc.
marry the bread man.
Oh my goodness.
I haven't seen Carlos blush like that in like since 2008.
Yep. I can't believe that.
I'm playing. I'm
but
playing. I'm playing.
yeah, y'all,
He does
y'all
make
make
good
me.
food, bro.
Yeah,
You do make good
I do
food.
make some good
You make
food.
some good. He does make some. Good food.
I'll hook you up
He'll
with
hook
some
us up.
sweet
Yeah,
stuff. So
yeah.
I got you.
He good.
Y'all know me, especially you, Victoria. You
Yeah.
know me since '08.
Yeah.
That's a long, long time,
Yeah.
honestly. I love to go to church every Sunday.
Yeah.
And why, join Rooted Conversations? Well, it all started when I met you, like, what, February this year or something like that?
Yeah.
So we reunited again, like, back in February. And
We
it was
did.
just so long, like, after high school, it's just like,
Yeah.
we're done.
I
was
haven't
like,
talked to you since college. I
Right.
felt like
Oh,
because I
yeah,
got
that's-
married and it was just like
yeah,
it was rough.
it was really rough, I feel. But then, like, you were just talking about, your podcast going, Little Conversations. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, interested. And you invited me to join one of those episodes. And
then it became multiple episodes.
yeah, multiple after that.
Like
So
Karen,
I was like-
Karen came on for multiple ones.
I wasn't expecting that, but yeah, I love being with y'all in every
Yeah.
episodes. And since that day, you called me or texted me about joining y'all,
Yeah.
as a co-host, I was like, my jaws dropped. I was like, I don't know what to say. I felt speechless. I was like, I don't know what, but I was like, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Yes.
you, Courtney, for everything you've done for me.
Oh man.
And I love bringing new ideas to the team,
Yeah.
listening to understand not just us, but other people as well.
Yeah.
And I mean, it just makes me feel happy that I want to help people out because customer service is, sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes
Yeah.
it's not, but I love listening to people, what they're talking about,
Yeah.
and discuss about it.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's just, it brightens my day just to help people out. And that's my mission is to go for it.
Yes.
And you play the guitar.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I do play guitar.
Yeah. And we wrote how many songs?
Was it like
Too many.
Too many. I can't count. I lost track after that. It was like I was thinking like what 2, 3, and I was just like, oh,
No, it's probably like 10 or so now.
Yeah.
It's probably like we're probably at 20. I think we're at 20. But it's been great. It's been great.
It's amazing.
It's been great.
Yeah.
So our podcast is called Rooted Conversation, but what does rooted actually mean to you, each of us, like as a team?
So probably like trust.
Yeah.
Obedience.
Okay.
Yeah, obedient
I
to
think-
God's calling.
I totally agree with that because I feel like at the beginning I felt led, with Courtney, like to serve, and we didn't know where that was. And when I found out, when God presents something to you, like you just say yes. and he blesses it 10 times more.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
I totally agree with you with that. But I think also it comes with a lot of faith because it can be very discouraging. And like, especially at the beginning, we're like, well, who's gonna even listen? Like, it's like nobody wants to hear me, you know? Like, who am I, right? You know, and then, you know, it takes a lot of community,
Yes,
you know?
definitely.
It takes a lot of support system, and you guys are very like beneficial in that beginning, you know, as a
Yes.
community, and still are part of our community now.
Right.
So that's been a blessing, I know, for me and Courtney, you know, as this podcast continues to grow.
Yes. Amen.
Amen.
And praying.
Yes.
Yes.
I think that's huge. Praying
Absolutely.
is huge because like God hears and sees and know things that you don't. And so like you spending that one-on-one time with him, he hears it, you know, he knows, like he knows your intentions and he knows your motivation. He wants that relationship with you. So I think that's huge.
Right. Absolutely. Consistency is another one too.
That is so true. Yeah. That's so true.
Because sometimes there won't be motivation.
Yeah.
But we show up.
Yeah.
And that's being consistent, and that's what leads us to where we stand today.
Yeah.
The consistency that you and Courtney have had.
Yeah. Like being grounded. I think being grounded in our faith with God and being grounded in our relationship friendships with you guys has really made things prosper. It has made a difference in people's lives. And it's crazy how we get so many messages now. I had somebody message me. I didn't even know this person, and they messaged me on Facebook. And before I knew it, they were telling me their whole life story. They were like at rock bottom. And I was like, I was in a meeting. I was like, who's blowing my phone up? Like, is this my boyfriend? Or like, who's blowing my phone up? You know? Or like, no, it wasn't. It was this girl, and she was literally like at rock bottom. And she, before I knew it, I had like 10 messages, you know, on Messenger about like her whole life story, and then like 20 voice memos. And like I didn't realize that she just needed somebody to like really like talk to. And like she's like, but I really want to know. I really want to know what's going on. Like, how can I do this? And luckily I was able to kind of like guide her into like a better way of like a thinking, you know, being more open-minded but being grounded. So you really don't know like what you're doing, like how you present yourself, how you talk, how you show up, how you dress, like how you what you post, like you leave an influence everywhere you're at.
Absolutely.
And you know, that thing that goes into like what we always talk about, like leaving people better than where we found them. You know, not just people, but things, right? If you care about it, it lasts longer. We were literally just talking about this like not even 3 hours ago. Like leaving things better than when we found it, you know? So, yeah. But when we started this podcast, you know, Courtney and I knew that we just wanted to be a light to everyone. And now that we're all across the US, in Alaska, in other countries like in Argentina as well, like this phrase has become something we talk a lot now as a team.
And, you know, leave people or things better than where you found it, you know, open in truth and open in conversation.
Yeah.
And I love that because it changes the way you approach every interaction. Can you think of someone who left your life better than they found it?
I think that would be like encouragement.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Like I think a lot about the times like where like you called me Karen and was like, what are you doing? Like why are you here? You've gone through so much better. And like that motivation, I was like, I literally left that conversation, that phone call back in the beginning of this year, and I'm like, you know what, she's right. I needed that perspective. And it was like a prayer that God answered for me, because I was like, I don't know what to do, but God saw that, and I felt like he was putting the right people in my life at the right time.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
So that encouragement is huge.
That's what we're here for. Motivate each other and remind each other that God's there and that he gives us strength. And if one day I'm and that's what, like, there's days where I might feel down and
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to remind me, like, hey,
Exactly.
God's with you. You got this,
Yep.
girl.
What are you doing?
You got this.
You're right. And I literally was talking to my colleague and my coworker, and we were talking about, this podcast is going to be around forever. Like, it's going to be on the internet and it's going to be out there. And even like years from now, like, even when we're long gone and our kids are grown, right? They can come back and listen to this, and not just them, but their friends and other people that they can benefit from that. And I think that's part of like serving, serving with others.
Right. Absolutely.
Like, another one is like listening, I want, not just people like you listen to other people, but also listen to yourself as well.
Yeah.
Because, sometimes when I'm feel down, I want someone to listen to what's going on in my life, what's going through it,
Absolutely.
Even if it's something random, hopefully people just listen to some stuff that, I like to talk about.
Yeah. You want to feel important.
Yeah.
You want to feel like what you say matters and like what you want matters.
Right.
Because it does. At the end of the day, like our friendships, it's a two-way street. A relationship with God, it's a two-way street.
Right.
We got to listen to God like I listen to you guys.
Yeah.
Vice versa.
Right.
And so that's important. You are important and you matter. But I also think forgiveness is huge.
Yes.
Absolutely. Definitely. 100%. Forgiveness is something that we have to, and how we forgive is basically, like if someone hurt you or something from your past, you let go. And when you have forgiven is knowing that you can think about it and it doesn't hurt anymore.
Yeah.
Because you've forgiven.
Yeah.
You can think about what happened because we don't forget.
No.
Sometimes we don't forget and that stays, but it's about thinking and remembering what you went through and it not hurting anymore. And that's when you know that you've healed.
Exactly.
And that God has healed you.
Yes. And it's like a different type of healing, because I think we've talked about it too before. It's like when God does heal you, it's like when you try to forgive at your own pace, you can't forgive because it's like he has his hand over it. You know what I'm saying? And so it takes time. It takes time, that you can't rush that process.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's things that we're healing every day. There's things from our childhood that sometimes we may not even know about, and then all of a sudden they come out and you're like, oh my gosh, like I need to heal from this. And God heals you.
That is so true. And you didn't realize it. Like, I think that's one of the things, like when I wrote my book, I'm like, man, to understand who I am now, I need to go way back, right? I need to understand like who I am, who I was before I became this person I am. And that, in every place, like I looked at, I'm like, man, God used me here. Oh wait, God used me here, and I didn't even see it. I walked away here, and God's, wrote, he was writing my story all along, and then he was using other people around me, and to help them. And I was just sitting there like, man, he's so good. He knows exactly what he's doing.
Oh yeah.
So, but I think grace is huge. I think you have to listen to understand. You can't think of a situation and be like, oh well, I want it this way. Okay, but how would you feel if that happened to you? The quickest people I've learned to not really fully understand, and what I have actually found is people who really are quick to judge or like to react, don't fully comprehend like everything around them respectfully. Like they need to know, like, we have to show other people grace. Like, how would you feel if that happened to you?
Right.
It's funny how we're the loudest when it doesn't pertain to us. And that's not how it should be. I think we need to give grace to people who have gone through trauma, who do have different perspectives, not just perspectives, but different life journeys and opinions. We have to, one, listen to understand and be respectful. I mean, that's the beautiful thing about life, right? Is that like the three of us come from like different backgrounds, right? Latina, American, both of you guys. And an English German mutt, you know, and so like we have so many different opinions and
Yeah.
perspectives, but that's what's beautiful because we listen to each other to understand and
Right.
can meet, you know, each of us where we're at.
Exactly. And the guests that we have that come in,
They have
for
different
sure.
perspectives
Mhm.
and different opinions,
Right.
and we still show them grace and we still
Right.
show them love. But that's what God called us to be, a
Mhm.
light.
And when I listen to y'all's podcast, to everyone's, the guests and stuff, it lights me a lot and like
Yeah.
understands what they've been going through and
Yeah.
stuff. So
And like for one, like a few of the ones that I really enjoyed were, you know, when we had those folks that came on.
mhm.
You know what I mean? Like it was great because I feel like I was really able to listen,
Yeah,
you know?
Right. And
Right.
learn from their
exactly.
situations, from their growth.
Right.
Mhm.
Like with Noah coming on, what episode 21, like
Mhm.
he talked about mental awareness, you
Yeah.
know, for men. And
Mhm.
people don't really talk about mental awareness,
No.
especially in men.
That's true.
Mhm.
And it's so
Yeah.
true. And then Dana, who we had a few episodes back, her
Yeah.
story is so powerful
Yeah.
that, you know, we did. And just seeing like those folks. Oh, and then Sundari, you
Yeah,
know,
sweet.
and
I learned so
Angel.
much from that.
Yes, it was
Such a cute couple.
such a cute
Aw.
couple, and they're such a light. And you don't realize like you have these folks that come in and they have different backgrounds, different stories,
Yeah.
different experiences, and you can see where God has moved closer to them
Mhm.
and in them,
Yeah.
and now they found their purpose and they're giving back,
Right.
Yes.
and it's beautiful.
Mhm.
I do think sometimes we overcomplicate what it means to be a light.
Mhm.
Like Jesus didn't tell everyone to be famous, right? He just said simply let your light shine.
Exactly. So, what does that actually look like now? Like,
I think that's a good one, Carlos. Like, what does that actually look like? I
Mhm.
think being patient,
ooh, yeah, patience.
being patient,
Being patient is
Yeah.
good.
calm.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Always smiling,
Yes.
always
Yeah. Just being positive.
positive. Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
Like, if that's the worst thing that happened to me today, I'm doing just fine.
Right.
You know, that's
Yeah.
always what I say. I'm like, oh, it always works out. But
mm,
sometimes, like, I feel like it's easier said than done. Like, there's so many times I have to come back and listen, and I'm like, I did say that. I have to reflect that, and I have to make sure, like, that's what my life represents.
Right.
right.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely.
Exactly.
And I think too, like what stays at home stays at home, and what stays at work stays at
Mhm.
work.
You can't bring your work to home.
Yeah.
If you want your partner's opinion, I think is extremely important.
Right.
You know, talk about your day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of
and
course.
stuff like
Definitely.
that.
You
But
want that.
don't bring your work and your stress from work home.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like there
Exactly.
has to be a balance. You can shut it off. I
Mhm.
think that's something that we all have to learn over
Right.
time. But I think like what's it like being at work looks like since you said that? Like what do you think?
Like at work.
Yes.
Well, my first year of real estate, they do award winning every year, and I
Mhm.
remember I was awarded Miss Sunshine.
Uh,
And I thought, well, why Miss Sunshine? And they said, because you're always smiling, you always come in and you're like a light, just happy all the time, no matter what you're going through in life.
mhm.
You're still motivated. You're still
Yeah.
and you're sharing that motivation. You're sharing that love. You're sharing that vibrant
Mhm.
motivation, that happiness towards others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you call them like, hey, beautiful, how are you? Or hey, how's it going? You know,
Yeah.
that
Mhm.
the way that you speak makes a big difference when
It
you
does.
walk into
Yes.
the room.
It does.
Yeah. You're so right
Mhm.
because like where I'm working, you know, my managing director, I work really close together as a team, we're
Yeah.
partners. And so like, you know, I'm always saying, let's leave it better than when we found it. You know, this is a positive area, you know, and
Mhm.
now in any situation I've seen him like, okay, no, we gotta leave it better than when we found it. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, smile, because it's like we have to leave it better we found it. Let's make sure like we're meeting people and we're listening to understand. And somebody's safe haven can be at work.
Yeah.
They can be going through a really crappy time. Looking back at my work life, like I was going through one of the worst parts of my life, and my employers at the time, one was understanding and one was just vindictive, and it was just horrible. And so now I take that and I'm like, okay, what kind of leader can I be where I'm at?
Right.
How can I change the atmosphere?
Right.
How and like you said, how you talk, how you greet somebody, how you approach them.
Right, definitely.
Exactly.
Because, I mean, they might be having a bad day, and just by you bringing in that positive energy, you just brighten their day. You change their mood.
Exactly.
And in my work, usually like we have some like good vibes and negative vibes sometimes, but I enjoy not just me but my team as well working together. I remember one time that we won this award. Has a goat head and that says
Goat head?
like the great like a gold medal of it. I'm saying like an actual medal.
Titanic.
No, not like that. I'm sorry, y'all. It's not like that.
Playing.
But like it's like a little award though. So that says like GOAT, the greatest of all time.
Oh, the greatest. Oh, okay, like Drake. Oh, okay.
And the reason we won that award. No, it's okay. I'm sorry. I should have been more specific.
No, it's so funny.
But I should just not say that.
No.
I should have just said an award.
No, bro, it's totally fine. Come on, this is funny. This is great. We have to laugh.
Exactly.
We have to laugh.
You got to be positive about this.
Yeah,
stuff, so.
Exactly. It's gonna be great.
We're all happy here.
Yes.
But we won an award for winning like the most productions. And that, that store. We beat other departments and other stores in different areas as well.
Yeah.
So like we were just so happy and so enlightened that we won that award.
Yeah.
Not just for me, but the team around me as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it just brings me happiness. That's all I can
think
say.
that's so important, friend, because it's like one of my mentors, he came up to me, because I do like leadership, training and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Christian, fellowship and stuff like that. And he was like, you gotta slow down. I'm like, but you don't understand, like when I win, everyone else wins. And I love it. And I think of God. That's how I think of it. Like I look at it as, okay, when God wins, I win.
Yep.
And as a parent, how beautiful that is.
Right.
When my kid wins, I feel like I win. When my partner wins, I win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's like no competition. And like when I see Karen or you win or Courtney win, I'm like, yes, let's go. I love it. I'm so proud of you. Like I love that you're on the board. Second board.
Yeah,
Come on.
go.
Come on. Like you're such a boss baby. I love it. No, you're so sweet.
And then last week, I remember I had this conversation with you, and I said, I stopped posting the homes that I've been selling, and you were like, "Why, Karen? No, you need to post them. You need to post all the things that you're doing, all the deals that you're making, because you need to be proud of yourself and what you're doing." And that really just it really just made a huge difference in me, and I'm really grateful for that. Thank you.
Oh, I love you, baby.
Nice.
I love you.
Yeah.
And I'm happy for both of y'all too, because like I remember y'all was like started from rock bottom. Yeah. And now you're up here, not trying to say like Drake's song, but like you started from the bottom.
Now we're here.
So
the whole team's here.
Yeah, the whole team is here.
Yeah.
But I'm very proud of y'all for what you accomplished.
Well, thank you, man.
Yeah, of course.
I'm proud of you. Like you're moving up. Like you got a new job, bro.
Right.
That's what's up, my guy.
And you do all these great things.
Yeah,
thank you.
The bread
I want to join with y'all with the big dogs. Just to talk.
Yes.
You already are.
Oh, thank you.
You customer service,
Yeah.
you're a creator, you're content creator,
You're the bread man.
you're the she said bread man.
The bread
She's still on the
man.
dessert. She said, Tori, it don't matter. It's all the food.
It's just the
Like, that's the way, listen.
You are pan dulce and you make pan dulce.
Yeah, there you go.
Yay. Okay. All right. Well, what does a light in a friendship look like, or a family? I think we kind of just like described it right now. like that's the kind of something I was thinking about, because like being a light in your friendship is basically what you just talked about, Karen, what we just talked about. I think our family's huge. You don't realize how many people are really watching you, you know, and that's really important, like being there. And it's not about me versus you or you versus me. It's about, okay, how can we be better? How can become better people? How can we push ourselves to be better people? How can we make a difference? Like Dana said in a few episodes, it does start with us.
Yes.
It really does.
And maintain it.
And consistency, the effort. But like Pastor Bruce was talking about, like, take the initiative, right? I think being a light when no one is watching is huge. You don't understand, like, when you post, when you act in, outside. Like, I'm always telling my kids, I was like, you represent me when you're out here. You see what I'm saying? I represent you. And like this morning, I told my daughter, I was like, I am working so hard so you can be so proud of me, and to take this on when I'm gone. Or so I can hand it off to you, or whoever our children's are, whoever wants to, and to make a difference, not just in their life, but in someone else's life. Because that's what God calls us to do, is to be disciples, to make a difference, to lead, to guide, and be a light. That's what He did for us. Now it's our turn.
Yes.
And so I really believe that we have to keep going, even like you said, even when we don't want to, even when we're tired. So we don't understand how much we are affecting somebody. Like somebody can message you, be like, you're my inspiration, like, and that's like, this is why I do it, not for me, but it's for God.
Exactly. And for those souls.
Because those souls matter. If they matter to God, it should matter to you.
Exactly.
If it matters to God, it should matter to you.
Amen.
So if someone is listening today and say, like, I want my life to matter, like, what would you tell them?
You can always encourage someone, calling a friend, praying for someone, smiling at someone when they're looking at you, or just listening to understand,
I think that's important.
Absolutely. I agree with that 100%.
I think if someone says, I want my life to matter, I would say, go to God first. Because He's the only one who can fulfill your purpose. You can have 1,000 different jobs that you want to do and still not be happy. You can be so busy and still not have the time. You can work out so much and still not have empathy. Like, you have to go to God first. You're never going to be content with your life until you give it to God first and foremost. And not trying to preach here, but literally the only void that can be filled is through Jesus Himself. And like, I'm telling you, I have tried finding it in people. I've tried filling that void with people and things and experiences and wealth. I'm telling you right now, it does not satisfy you as much as God does. When God fills that hole, I'm telling you right now, like, everything else doesn't matter.
Absolutely.
Everything doesn't matter. And what's crazy is, it's like, I've had to learn that, like, God will provide every step of the way. You just gotta trust Him. And it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be really hard at first, but keep going.
Amen to
Keep
that.
going. You'll see the progress. Like, look at this podcast now. I didn't think this podcast would be at 28 episodes. I'm gonna be really straight with you. I know Courtney didn't think so either. She was we were like, what? But we're here. We're here and we're thriving. And God has made a difference, not in just my life, not in just this podcast, not in just Courtney's life, but in y'all's lives. And people who are listening.
Absolutely.
So what would you say, Karen? Like, if someone says, I want my life to matter?
We all matter. We all matter to Christ because we were chosen.
Yes.
We were chosen and he chose us. He knew our story before we were born.
We're clapping on that
When
one.
we were in our mom's womb.
We're clapping on that one. Because your identity is in
Exactly.
him.
We all matter to him, each and
Yes.
every one of us. And so far as long as we believe in him and we accept him as our father, as our creator,
Yeah.
because we were all born to be his children.
Yeah.
But that does not mean that we are all his children.
That's true.
Yeah.
Those that are his children are those of us that have accepted him as our only father, our savior.
Yeah.
And that's how you become his child.
Exactly.
And that's very important to understand and to know that in order for salvation, that's the main thing, to
Yeah.
accept him as your only creator, your only father, your only God.
When you stop, how do I say it? I said it kind of like in my book. When I stopped putting my happiness and focus into things and started living for the creator, it changed everything.
Yes,
Yep.
100%.
It changes everything. And when you realize, like, oh, I'm already chosen, I'm already loved, I know who I am because of who chose me, the creator himself. You know, you go
Exactly.
places and you move.
Exactly.
But
I agree. And not just that, but also that he came to this earth. He overcame
yeah,
and death.
yes,
He overcame
Amen.
the world. He overcame the devil.
Yes.
And we are his kids.
Yes.
Come on now. Like,
if you wouldn't do something,
Yes.
like if you have kids and you wouldn't do it for your kid, wouldn't you not think what God wouldn't do for you? Just think about it. Like if your kid, if you would do everything for your child, let me put it this way. Like if you would do everything for your child, wouldn't Christ not do the same for you because you're his child?
yes.
That
Absolutely.
was amazing.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
Mind blown. Sorry.
No, it's good.
It's
It's
really
a mic
good.
drop.
I
Yeah.
love that.
No,
Agree.
for real. And I'm serious. Like as a parent, I can relate to that.
Yeah.
But you know, as we wrap up today's conversation, I hope one thing stands out to any of our listeners. Like you don't need a microphone to make a difference. I'm gonna tell you right now. And you definitely do not need a stage. We have enough celebrities. We need influencers. We have enough influencers, you know, as well. But like we need people who love God
Yes.
to listen, to understand, and to make a difference. You don't need thousands of followers on social media. You really just need a simple and needed heart. You do. You need a simply needed, willing heart to give. Because someone is watching how you love. When someone is watching how you forgive. Someone is watching you how you treat people. Someone's watching what you're posting. Someone is watching how you talk to people. You don't understand. People are watching. Your children could be watching, you know, and that made all the difference. And those moments matter. And I think that's really the heart behind Rooted Conversations. It's not just about having conversations, but it's having conversations that point people towards hope and the love of Jesus.
Exactly.
You know, if we can just be one light to someone, that's all that matters.
Yes.
Right.
Great.
Absolutely. 100%. And Jesus Christ is the one that watches us. And that's what we mainly have to have on our mind all the time. Like he's the one that he's watching us.
Yeah.
And that's really that should matter.
Exactly.
So if today's conversation encouraged you, we hope you continue this journey with us every week. And remember, the smallest act of kindness can have a bigger impact than you'll ever know.
So wherever God has planted you this week, be intentional, be encouraging, be present, and be the light. Thank you for spending this time with us and for letting us share our hearts.
We hope you feel like you know us a little better. And more importantly, that you leave encouraged to make a difference literally right where you are. You don't have to do something big. You don't have to go anywhere big. You don't have to have all this money to do something. You can literally just start with a simple act of kindness at smiling somebody. And if this episode spoke to you, we love for you to subscribe, leave us a review, share it with someone who needs encouragement this week. But until next time, stay rooted and keep the conversations growing. Bye.
Everyone, welcome back to Rooted Conversation. Thanks for joining us for Rooted Conversations.
Until next time, stay rooted in truth and open in conversation while navigating real life.